My first impression of the School of Vision was it started light and small, which is great. We had intense discussion with creative individuals and creative professionals who I think at this point in our career and in our life really needed to have feedback from someone else.
Perspective is everything. Being able to have the experience to expand my perspective through the lenses of art, symbolism, theory, and experience is just, you can't match that. And it has to be through experience. So it's been a really beautiful moment of curation, a really nice moment of opening my own inner lenses and outer lenses.
It was an incredible performance on the staircase, and that really brought my vision together from body, architecture, and sound. I felt very inspired, really grateful for everything and ready to take it all together.
Welcome everybody to our last webinar before the actual happening of the masterclass Rome edition that will happen from the 16th of April until the 19th of April in Rome. We are just less than 1 month far away from our new masterclass. We are very happy because we cannot wait to meet again in Rome to explore the visionary thinking in an unusual way. So today, please feel free to ask any kind of question, to explore any kind of topic you wanna ask for it. Is a day we will have half an hour together to basically explore the program of the Rome edition and to solve any kind of problem or question or curiosity that you still have, either if you already join our program and you decide to take part into the Rome experience, or if you are still unsure about whether to join or not, and if you need some kind of special explanation in order to make a decision. So first of all, thank you for joining the webinar, and we will explore, as I say, the program. But before doing that, I want to just briefly talk about what visionary thinking is, because we talk a lot about vision. You already know the School of Vision, which is the research center of Spazio Taverna, and we have worked in the last 5 years with hundreds of artists, entrepreneurs, and scientists, learning from them and exploring what the visionary thinking is and how the visionary minds work. So the major assumption of the School of Vision is that, of course, there are people that are born with a vision, born with the ability to be a visionary, but most of us have within ourselves some kind of inner trait that can activate our visionary thinking. The major point is how we do it, and if it's possible to actually activate some kind of cognitive ability which can help us to develop a vision, to develop a new way to deal with the complexity of our time, and to actually explore which are our capabilities that we know we have, we know that we can put into life, into our daily work, into our relationship, and into our future, but not always we know how to do it. So the major point of the masterclass, which is the peak of all the activity of the School of Vision during the year, because it's an intensive 4 days in-person exploration about the topic of visionary thinking through theory, through methodology, but also with the encounter of visionary people with site visit to place which really have some kind of approach to the contemporary challenge, which are very unique. All of this mixed together with a great community of people which come especially for this special happening here in Rome. Why Rome? Because Rome is still the most ancient city in the Western civilization that is still able to activate a power of symbolic, a power of vision. It's a sustainable city, lasted for 2000 years. Still people are living, and they always live here for more than 2000 years. And in some way, it was designed to last forever. It was designed for eternity, and therefore, where a better place to explore visionary thinking than Rome, which is of course a contradiction, because Rome is also an ancient city, is also a city of history, a city of the past. But we will see together that on one side we can learn from the city how to design a vision of the future, how it was done in the past, and also we will see how people are dealing with the great heritage that is present into the city to design the future. So major topic about the masterclass is having a 4 days dive deep in how to design a vision. If you don't want to join, if you want to know the key and the secret, just skipping all the practical and all the hard part, we will already give you the answer. Vision. What is vision? Vision is simply the ability to develop an internal word, express it, understand it, give it voice, learn about it, give it space, but at the same time also understanding the external world. If you only develop your inner world, you can be a visionary, but you cannot act and perform into the world, and therefore you become someone marginalized into the society, which is not a bad thing by itself, but what we want to develop is how a vision that starts from within can actually change and transform the world outside. And therefore, the encounter of those two worlds, the external world and the internal world, is necessary in order to actually develop and express and put a vision into the ground in order to transform the world. So the hard part is how to do it, and this is what we will explore. We will take a lot of time for the exploration of the internal world in an intimate way, but also symbolic, also talking about all the storytelling that we tell about ourselves and which are our urgency. And at the same time, we will meet people that can tell us which are the major challenge of this era and why we really need to understand it, and why it's really much needed a vision right now which can start from within and not only from what the outside world is asking us. So this is the magic formula of visionary thinking. Of course, what we will do is to explore different kind of cognitive traits that can activate a vision. This is the ideal visionary mind, which somehow is made up of different ability that all together create the perfect visionary. Of course, it doesn't exist in real world, but it does exist within ourselves, each one of us, some of those traits that can really be activated with practice, with theory, with new understanding of what's needed for us to activate our visionary thinking. And then how can we do it? How can we activate those visionary traits? Well, with different kind of intelligence, different kind of thinking that can actually be teach, it can be learned, and that's exactly what we will do. And then that somehow bring together things that the normal way of the mind, the normal operative way of the mind is not usual to do it. So the systemic thinking about complexity, thinking in a visual way, so looking at the world within ourselves, not only thinking about the world, symbolic thinking, so the power of how a symbol, how a single image, how something which is very concentrated and contain a lot of layer, this can really help the visionary thinking to develop. And then the interpretive thinking, so the ability to create storytelling, the ability to tell a story and tell a new narrative for ourselves and for the people around us, to bring them to actually follow and explore our vision and eventually build their own vision. And then last, the future thinking, which is like the bonus intelligence that we gain once we are able to match all of those different way of thinking, which is the ability to read the present in a way that somehow is anticipating future event, not in a sense that is a prediction of the future, but in a sense that we read weak signal in the present to the point that they can actually tell us something about what will happen in the future. So very brief exploration of the theoretical part, and we just want to tell you about what happened in the last masterclass in 2025, to go in detail for every single day that we had. That of course it will be something very similar. We are still finalizing all the program for you in the next masterclass from the 16th of April to the 19th of April. And the first day, it's all about starting to have a general understanding of what vision is. So first of all, a theoretical exploration of the theory of vision, and then we will explore a different place around Rome where architecture somehow shape a different way of thinking about the future, about a different vision, starting from the sustainable mobility district in Rome, the Fendi historical archive at Eur, and exploring how somehow architecture is a way to express a vision in the physical world. It's one way, it's a very powerful way, and it's one of the things that we will explore in a practical approach on how personal vision can actually be developed into the real world. The second day is also a day made of different encounter, still a theoretical part in the morning, exploring the power of symbol and the power of the symbolic and narrative intelligence, and how the symbol contains within itself a lot of different layers and a complex way of looking at the world. And then we will have an encounter with architects that are designing the future of the Colosseum and the future of Rome in an urbanistic way and a technological way. I think something that we don't expect here in Rome. We will also meet a geopolitical expert, which will talk us about which are the spirit of our time, where our civilization is going, and why does it matter for someone who wants to operate within the world. And then in the last part of the day, we will join a moment together in an atelier studio to have a dinner with the artists, exploring their way of looking at reality and looking at visionary thinking through the lens of art. The third day, it's a day dedicated to the city. It will be morning of wandering around the major contemporary attraction into the city, and we will see how the city is a blend between contemporary suggestion and ancient vision, and how the vision of the present are really built up and upon the historical heritage that each one of us bring with our personal memory, with our family, with our heritage. A city works exactly the same. So learning how to engage the future with the past is something very important for developing a vision. Last day, it will be just the morning, and it will be a conclusive day where we will explore and bring up all the experience, all the challenge, and all the moment that you dedicate to the development of your own vision across the different encounter that you had. So it will be a final presentation, and hopefully an action plan for the Monday after the masterclass for you to really engage in something concrete and practical in your daily life after our masterclass. So this is for now all the program that we want to share with you. I'm really happy that you decide to participate today to this webinar. Is the last one that we will have before the real happening of the masterclass. And I really hope to see you all in Rome in this April. And for any question, any kind of curiosity, please feel free to be in contact with Alice, which is our special coordinator and manager of the School of Vision, and she will take care of you during all the process of onboarding and here in Rome once you will join us. So thank you, everybody, and hope to see you soon in Rome, and have a good evening.